And today we end in Mexico, where the Senate floor erupted into chaos yesterday. What should have been a routine closing session ended in flying fists and furious shouts. In dramatic scenes caught on camera, opposition leader Alejandro Alito Moreno stormed towards the Senate president as lawmakers stood singing the national anthem. And within seconds, the chamber descended into pushing, shoving, and a photographer crashing to the ground. The clash followed a bitter debate over foreign troops in Mexico. Our final story takes you inside the brawl, inside the halls of power.
Punching, pushing, shouting, and utter chaos. This is what unfolded on the Senate floor in Mexico. The chambers, normally a stage for debate, turned into a boxing arena for men in suits. With the cameras rolling, all lawmakers in the Senate stood up for the national anthem. Senate President Gerardo Fernandez Norona of the ruling Morena party was standing near the presiding area. Just as the anthem ended, suddenly opposition leader Alejandro Alito Moreno Cardenas, the head of the Institutional Revolutionary Party, stormed up to him. Moreno gestured angrily and demanded the microphone, but Norona shook his head, declining the request. And within seconds, tension exploded. Moreno grabbed Norona's arm, but Norona gestured him not to touch him. Moreno, however, did not stop. He shoved again, and then Norona pushed back. Security staff rushed in, but not quickly enough. In between the scuffle, a photographer was knocked to the ground. Seconds later, another legislator lunged at Norona, grabbed him by the collar and swung him aside. For a moment, it looked like a full-scale fight was about to consume the chamber. Some lawmakers began shouting, the others tried to separate the men. Amid the shouting and shoving, Norona turned and stormed out. His face tense, his suit rumpled. So what sparked this dramatic scene? It was a build-up that started earlier in the day, when senators clashed during a heated debate over the presence of foreign armed forces in Mexico. Opposition PRI lawmakers accused the presiding officer Norona of denying them the floor repeatedly. And by the time the anthem played, tempers were already raw, and Moreno's attempt to force a final word pushed the chamber over the edge. Later, Moreno took to X and clarified that the first physical aggression came from Norona. He further claimed Norona threatened him, but he would not back down and would in fact deal with him head-on.
Hoy en el Senado de la República,
today in the Senate of the Republic, there was a regrettable event. It was not an accident, not a scuffle, nor a misunderstanding. It was a clear, direct provocation, and the only responsible person is Senator Gerardo Fernandez Norona.
Que no sea cobarde.
But the brawl did not end there. Norona has now called an emergency session for Friday, where he will propose the expulsion of Moreno and 3 other lawmakers.
The press is saying that there was a confrontation. The country's saying there was a confrontation. What confrontation? When even, right after this video call, I'll go to the public prosecutor's office, which is why I'll make this call quick. Because I'm about to head to the federal public prosecutor's office, as this is a federal matter, to file a complaint for injuries and damage to private property in Emiliano's case.
The timing of the scuffle could not be more delicate. Mexico is days away from a historic moment. On September 1st, 881 elected judges will be sworn in, reshaping the judiciary under a sweeping constitutional reform passed last year. In fact, for the first time, every judge, including Supreme Court justices, will be chosen by popular vote. But against this backdrop, the Senate fistfight has ignited debate far beyond the chamber walls. And with expulsions looming and a judiciary on the verge of radical change, Mexico waits to see, was this just a scuffle or the beginning of something much bigger?
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.